Hey, how's it going, everybody? I have Kyndra here with me.
Hi.
And Kyndra and I both go to school here at Palmer West. We're actually in a classroom right now. We're in the same quarter.
Yes.
Just gonna learn a little bit about Kyndra. And
We also work together too.
yeah, too, we also work together. Kyndra, tell us a little bit about why you chose chiropractic.
Well, this is like a long answer for
Okay.
me at least. I've always I guess it started in high school. I was really into sports. I did sports all my life, and I was I want to stay healthy. I like how I feel, and I would like to help promote other people to feel this way. And then it's doing intense sports without hurting each other, and just the recovery process. And I realized certain things worked for me and some things didn't. So then I was exploring, and I was oh, I'll do PT because that's the most common one I think everyone thinks about when they think of non-invasive healing right away.
Yeah.
At least back then it was. And then for PT school you needed hours, so I was trying to be productive with my summers, and I was oh, I need to get shadowing, I need to do all this. And then my dad offered me to go to his chiropractor, and I was yeah, why not? I was open to anything, and I was I don't really know what chiropractic is. So I went with them and shadowed, and then I ended up getting a job for a whole month. And I was pretty much working for them, but for free.
Yeah.
And then when I was during that time, I was realizing I am enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm working I was working 8 to 6 or something like that.
Right.
And I enjoyed it, and I wasn't complaining. I liked working with the patients. I liked talking to them. I liked making them feel better. I just had a fantastic time, and I was I should look more into this. So I did. And then the next summer I started shadowing at a different clinic because you gotta see different things.
Right.
So I wasn't able really to work, but I was at least still interactive with the patients, and I had a great mentor.
Yeah.
And then he would talk things through with me, and then I was hey, this is actually pretty awesome. And then I was comparing PT to chiropractic because I was still on the fence until the very end, and I was you know what, I'm gonna go for it. And
Okay, so have you had experience with a chiropractor, or have you ever gotten an adjustment before seeing your dad's chiropractor?
I actually didn't. So
No.
that was it was a completely whole new thing for me.
Okay.
I legit didn't know what it was.
But you have an athletic background though.
Yeah. So I don't know.
How did so you didn't have any chiropractic care?
Yeah.
How did what kind of healing or rehab did you do whenever you got injured?
What I did a lot of stem, icing, heat, like Theragun stuff. So I was using all the modalities that would be used in a chiropractic office, but there was always there could be another level of healing that could have been better. And I think if I knew about chiropractic then, it would have made a big difference.
Okay.
But at least for then, it was all muscular for me. It was never a lot of I never really got injured.
Yeah.
I never broken anything, and because I was constantly working out and I was healthy at the time,
Right.
I didn't need experience with that next level of care.
Okay.
So then during college I did get hurt in a sense. And then after and I was shadowing, and I was oh, they would palpate me and actually give me an adjustment.
Yeah.
I was whoa, that fixed it almost immediately when I thought it would take hours to work on.
Right.
So it was eye-opening to me, where it's I was able to experience relief almost right away compared to constantly working on it, which you still have to, depending on what your injury is.
Yeah.
But for me, I was oh, I was always tight, and I was I always thought it was just muscular, but then also I didn't realize oh, I needed an adjustment to get to that almost 100%.
Okay.
So it was doing this shadowing really opened up my world to chiropractic, because I had no idea what it was.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Kyndra's also the current president of our Soft Tissue Club here, and also the Palmer Student Alumni Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about those clubs?
Yeah, I mean, those are the two clubs I like kind of had my best experiences so far with Palmer.
Yeah.
I literally came into Palmer and I was like, I'm just gonna be a student, I'll do clubs, I don't wanna be a part of it. I was very like, not like antisocial, but it's like, I don't want to do it.
Right.
Like, I just wanna be a part of it.
Yeah.
And then with everything going on, that kind of encouraged me. It's like, if I want to have these programs available for everyone else, like someone needs to step up, and I didn't really see anyone step up, so I went for those positions and got them. For me, soft tissue was the very first club I absolutely loved, because as I said earlier, like I was always more muscular issues.
Yeah.
And then during my time here, I realized that a lot of my pain was muscular, then it like made me need led to a subluxation.
Yeah.
So like doing a lot of, at least for me as a person, because we're learning this in class,
Right.
that everyone's different, so sometimes you need the adjustment, then soft tissue work. I'm the type of person that needs the soft tissue work first, and then the adjustment just comes so much easier. Because like it's, especially as like a student, all the hours that we study, like it's just like a constant sitting position and like hunching over, like, and just like leaning over. It's just, and then the way I sleep, like, cause I'm still a stomach sleeper.
Oh.
Like, my neck is just always in like
Yeah.
a constant like stress.
Yeah.
So like for soft tissue, like if I don't get like an adjustment every week, I get tension headaches.
Okay.
So doing soft tissue and then doing the adjustment, like I'll be like golden for like the rest of the week, even if it's like finals or just a relaxing week. Like that method of care, I know at least works for me.
Right.
And that's why it's like, if it goes like at least a week and a half, I'm like, I start feeling it, like my head hurts more because I'm not getting the care that my body wants. And then for PSAF, which is the Palmer Student Alumni Foundation, I actually was at one point, because Palmer was closing, I was thinking about transferring. I happened to go to one of their events at school, and they had two doctors talking, and then they were talking about like why they're Palmer proud and like why it'd be so good to have like to know that you came from like your education came from this school.
Right.
And that was just so motivating for me. Like it made me stay. And then I was like, then positions were coming out, and I was like, I really love this club. Like, you're the reason I'm still here in San Jose. Like, still pursuing chiropractic.
Yeah.
And I ran for it, and then I got the position.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you. But just like those clubs, like, at least I see the benefit of like soft tissue gives you an edge over some other people who just believe in just manipulation, where it's like soft tissue, like you can, like again, if I were to see a doctor that didn't do soft tissue work, I wouldn't, like I at least know the difference.
Yeah.
So it's like I want people at the school to take this club just to further their care or ability to care for a patient, because everyone is different. So you never know when you're gonna have someone like me as a patient who just wants like that soft tissue work to make everything else easier.
Yeah.
And then for the PSAP club, it's just more like I want to help my fellow classmates be able to figure out what they want. And I think the best way to do it is to go to these office visits, like meet with other alumni from the school and just figure out like, and then know like that everyone's path is different.
Yeah.
Like don't think it's like straight out of school, get a job, start your own practice, and it's like golden.
Right.
So it's just more seeing variety and seeing your options and be like, oh, like I'm not alone in like figuring this stuff out. So
True.
Those are the two. That's why I went for these two clubs.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're the president and you're doing a good job so far.
It's only with two.
All right, so I guess our last question today, chiropractic, what does that mean to you? Or if someone in your family asks, what do you go to school for?
Yeah.
What do you do in chiropractic?
Ooh, that's definitely a hard question, and I know a lot of people have like different opinions on what that could be or what that means. For me, it's help people live their best life, like get them to a state where they're able to pursue like their passions that they want, like get that level of health where it's like you don't have to give up on that stuff. Like we'll get you there. It does take time, like things won't be immediate, but to know that like you have other options
Yeah.
in the medical field instead of just going straight to drugs and like surgeries, because
Right.
like those are long time like processes.
Right.
And then at least, I mean, so is chiropractic, but in like a less invasive way.
Yeah.
So it's just more knowing that like you have options. And I'm not saying chiropractic is like the sole thing to get you better, but it's
Right.
just knowing that you can try something else.
Yeah.
And you can get back to that well-being, because like I had a shoulder problem that I thought was like, oh, I might need surgery.
Right.
And then like just working with like my intern here at Palmer, like I got better like
Right.
within like 3 months, but like it was to a point where it's like I was in so much pain that I didn't think it was possible
Yeah.
without like being invasive.
Yeah.
So knowing that it wasn't, I was like, I don't think enough people know that chiropractic is a type of relief that is out there.
Right.
It's definitely like underground, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know about it like 10 years ago.
Oh, we also learned that
Yeah.
only like 19% of the population actually sees chiropractors, so there's
Yeah.
a big untapped market, or people just don't know about it as well.
I mean, yeah, and especially at work when we see those new patients
Yeah.
and like they're scared. Like I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared first too.
Yeah.
Like, cause especially if you don't know what it is and you just see videos, you're just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is
Yeah.
that? But actually experience it, so it's like I definitely think more people should at least give it a shot.
Right.
I guess I think the worst thing about it is just that people aren't doing it because they can't cover it by their insurance, which is like the saddest thing, because this is a process that I think can help a lot of people with their
Right.
whatever they're dealing with, but they just don't have the access to it or can afford it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. That's just, sorry, I feel like I got off question. But it's just like helping people return to that, like, almost 100%, or at least the
Right.
best, like, let them live the best life they can with, like, not
Yeah.
not as invasive.
I also heard before that like your body has the ability to heal.
Mhm.
It has the innate ability to heal,
Yes.
especially if you give it the right tools to do so.
Mhm.
And I feel like chiropractic probably like helps with that.
I definitely think it's a big tool that can help with the healing process. Like, you work with the body and not just like
Yeah.
doing something completely like that it wasn't expecting, like cutting it open,
Right,
you know,
right,
or
yeah.
like the drugs.
Yeah, that's a traumatic event, especially if you go with surgery.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's my.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Kyndra. Let us know where we could go ahead and find you, and find more about Kyndra, and follow her, see what she does.
So you can follow me on my Facebook or Instagram. I'm known as Kyndra Victoria
Mhm.
on those.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the future I will have like my own chiropractic page,
Nice.
but don't necessarily have the tools for it right now for content. So that's something to look forward to. But like right now, those are my 2 social media. If you want to like get in contact with me, or you can always contact Art because we hang out a lot. So he can always get in touch with me as well.
Yeah. All right, cover bridge on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cover bridge.